and you can look at the list for reference in the group admin. Okay? All right. All right, everybody, welcome. So, Pikes, where we left off last, I had asked you a few questions, and we skipped around a little bit, but I want to get back into, um, I want to go back before Hawaii and when you guys left, because you guys were in the United States and then you went to Hawaii, right? Hey, Fluid.
You said we was back in the United States and then went to Hawaii. Is that what you asked?
Right. Because you left, was it, did you leave, if,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, leave Puerto Rico, came to the United States, and then went to Hawaii? Because you guys, at that point, he was trying to figure out where were you guys going to go, right?
Nah, nah. We went to United States and then we went to Hawaii. Then we went back to the United States.
Well, Hawaii is the United States, my love.
But I'm saying though, like we didn't go to Puerto Rico. That's what I'm trying to say. Hawaii was
Oh,
before Puerto Rico. You get what I'm saying?
right. Okay, so where were you at before Hawaii? That's what I'm trying to ask.
Oh, that's what you. Oh, we was like a couple different places. We was just chilling in like Cali, chilling in uh where else was we at?
Baja?
Like Las Vegas, like Cali, uh, South Carolina, all types of different places. We was just chilling. But that was before. It was just
Oh,
all throughout. You know what I'm saying?
okay, so before Hawaii, what country were you in?
The USA.
No, I'm talking about before you guys got back to the United States, my love.
Oh, I think Panama.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Why did you guys leave Panama?
We just decided to leave because the police was on our ass. So we was like, we were just gonna leave.
What were the police on your ass about? Can you recall?
They really wasn't too informative. You know what I mean? They just kind of rated us and then needed information and shit like that. Like, what's your name? Type shit. Where you from? Type shit. Fingerprints.
Harassing
What the
you.
fuck you doing? Yeah, type shit. That type shit.
Okay. All right. And during this time, we had discussed previously before Eligio, his drinking was increasing at this time. And you said he was becoming more and more violent also as
I mean, it
well.
was always bad.
Uh,
I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's like I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't know. Nigga, like they just must have thought he was getting away with it or some shit. I don't know. But
what
yeah,
do you mean by that?
y'all niggas stupid. Hold up, but yeah, it was just like I don't know. It's like I guess he thought he was getting away with it. Here you
He thought he was getting away with what, Pice?
go. All the little shit he do, type shit. His ways and all that. Oh, but I
Okay.
guess he just, got comfortable. I would put it in more simple terms. I guess he got comfortable. You know what I mean? But his drinking problem was always there. I guess he
Um,
went to.
so as you guys moved around, he got more comfortable. Okay, so at what country were you in when you guys first started coming on Big O? When he left IG and he
Um,
came to Big O.
I'm really not too sure. I'm not too sure.
Okay. I know you guys were in another country, and I believe it was Puerto Rico, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It could have been further back, to be honest with you.
It was Puerto Rico because he had gotten in trouble with Big O because he was calling himself an American host. But that's another story because I see you. Maybe you don't know about him getting in trouble with Big O.
It was always reports like constantly. It was always like you banned for this amount of time, you banned for this amount of time, you banned for this
Mm-hmm.
amount of time. So I ain't know really. I ain't really was paying attention to what the fuck it might have been. Like it might have been stuff on camera, but like the specific time you're talking about, I don't know. But you definitely got banned all the time, so it was always rules he was breaking. But I don't know which one you talking
Okay.
about. I wasn't
Okay.
like
So,
present for that shit because a lot of the times I was doing other things. I wasn't always paying attention to lives and shit like that because we were doing other things. You know what I mean? Music, recording, mixing, uh, all different type of different shit, videos, editing, thumbnails, a lot of different shit was going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas not always paying attention to the shit. Right, y'all might think, but not really.
mm-hmm. Okay. So when he left to come to Atlanta and left you guys in in Puerto Rico, what prompted the young woman getting beaten? The
Which
young
wait, I
girl.
don't know what you talking about.
When he got the new when he had Avir when Avir came over
Yeah,
and
you gotta
ISIS
recall.
when Avir came over, ISIS, Jax, when everybody when he was getting the new group of people that came to Puerto Rico.
Oh,
He left Puerto Rico and he went to the United States, but he left you guys there. What prompted
right.
the beating of ICE?
What do you know about that situation?
She said she was beaten and jumped by a number of the carbonation members
Did you
because
did she say what happened?
she said this is what she said, and she said she was arguing with Efru and Zoka, I believe, and she made mentions about a knife and what she would do, and they took it as a
And then they
threat, and they called Eligio, and Eligio beat her ass.
well damn.
And
So what's your
True
question
was
about
there as
that?
well. So my question is, what actually prompt? That's just what we heard. What actually prompted her
That's what
being
happened.
jumped on?
That's what happened.
Okay, can you tell me in your words?
Like literally what you just said is what I was gonna say.
So you were present there when she got jumped on. Did anybody try to
Nah,
stop
but
it?
nah, I wasn't present for none of that. I was just saying like I know what you're talking about type shit, and that's what I was gonna say.
Okay. So the women jumped on her, or the women and men.
Nah, I don't know if I don't know if any guys were present or no shit like that. But from what I know, women only. You can ask the women, but they would know.
Okay. So, well, let's talk about you more or less. Let's go to you. In the song, Mama Nine stated that you were jumped by the disciples of Christ.
Oh yeah,
When
I
she
fuck.
made that
Hey
comment,
man, niggas be tripping sometimes, man. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Check niggas' chins and shit like that. Yeah, I done got jumped before. Yeah, on some. I was fighting niggas like what the fuck. And then somebody say some shit that's not right. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
okay. So when they use the words jump, do they mean one more than one person would jump on you and put their hands on you, or was it just a one-on-one fade?
It'd be 101 phase, and then sometimes it'd be like some people might jump in or whatever. Some people not really like trying to break it up. Some people trying to break it up, shit like that. But I don't know. It was never no like, oh, let's just fuck this nigga up. I was always the one starting the shit. To be honest with you, on purpose.
Okay. All right. So I have a question. At any time during carbonation, I want you to think about the memories that you have. What was your happiest moment there, and what was your lowest moment there?
My lowest moment had to be like,
I
uh
said your happiest as well.
my happiest moment and my lowest moment. Well, my happiest moment would
Yeah.
be me. I don't know. That's a tough one. I had a lot of good memories. I had so many good memories. I don't know. There was a lot of good shit that happened. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but
Can you share with us?
you know what?
Can you share with us?
Yeah, a lot of good shit happened. Like, it was like you gotta think like miles and miles of like fruit trees just available for free. Kind of like acorns be dropping on the ground. Like, imagine like hella fruits on the ground and shit like that, and the trees and shit like that. Waterfalls and shit, animals, the nature aspect of it. Um, the lifestyle was great. It was just like there was nothing bad about the lifestyle, like on some shit. But music, making music, getting all that experience in the studio for all those
Mm-hmm.
years was very good for my growth as an artist and shit like that. And it's just like, yeah, that shit was good for me. A lot of wisdom came from it too because of all the bad that happened. So it was like it's a lot of shit that made me happy about the shit, but like the bad shit, the worst moment that could ever probably happen was like I don't fucking know. Whatever point it was when I decided to stay had to be the fucked up most fucked up moment. Whatever moment it was where I was like, yeah, I'm just completely like I'm gonna do this type shit. That's probably I don't know when it was, but that moment right there.
Mm. At any point in time, did you feel like you didn't want to be here?
I
You
mean,
didn't
yeah,
want to
plenty of
be.
times. Yeah, of course, of course. There were times where I was like, man, I don't want to be here right now. I would rather be somewhere else at this moment rather than
Mhm.
being here. I would rather be somewhere else, elsewhere.
Okay. So what prompted those feelings? Because you're describing things of at this point, you're describing things, you were in paradise, beautiful
I mean,
trees.
not really. Nah, I mean, I didn't say that. I didn't go that far. You know what I mean? There were good things about it that I appreciated, and I'm grateful for the experiences. But there was also bad things as well, and I gained wisdom from those bad things. But the most fucked up part about it is that I stayed. But the part that you're talking about that prompted the feelings of wanting to be elsewhere, those feelings were just prompted from like regular thoughts because it was just like I was tired of always working on something, doing something in the studio or doing something or like for I don't know online or editing or stuff like that. Like it just gets rigorous over time. So it's like I would love to be going somewhere else other than being right here right now in this moment. So yeah, I had those feelings. It was just work, you know what I mean? Like not willing to work, work hard, you know, have fun at the same time simultaneously. So it's like I wasn't getting that balance like I was supposed to, that's not healthy. So like yeah, like nigga was just like wanted to be elsewhere at the time. Sometimes I would go to the studio and shit like that to escape or whatever you want to call it, like mentally escape. Sometimes I would go outside, play basketball. Sometimes I would, take a walk or some shit like that. But it was never like, it never really felt like what I really wanted was like to be away, like you know what I mean. But it was just I don't know. I was going through a lot in those moments, so I really can't come to this conclusion. Like the feelings that were there. I don't know how to explain that shit other than that, but I don't know. It's just yeah, work hard, play hard type shit.
Okay. So, going through these experiences and watching the person who you call Messiah go from being this wonderful teacher into this demon, how did that make you feel?
Made me feel like what the fuck type shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like what the fuck.
What what do you think changed him? What do you think got him away from the knowledge and got him to being the person that we all know now as Eligio?
His own selfish desires.
Do you think sometimes those selfish desires he could have dealt with those demons better?
Man, I don't think there is a way for him to deal with that shit. I think it just is him.
Do you think it's him or his mental psychosis?
I think it's him.
Okay, it's just him. Okay,
Hell
so
yeah.
when you went to Hawaii and you guys went to Hawaii and you knew that there was an ordinance, as far as the turtles and everything, and he was like, fuck it, we gonna do what we want to do. Did you see a problem with that, or
I wasn't aware of that situation. I ain't know nothing.
were you? Did you go to Hawaii?
First of all, I did not know anything about touching the goddamn turtle. I wasn't even there for that event. Second, nigga, I wasn't even aware that they were live about it. And because I was like, we was on a plane. We didn't have no internet. You know what I mean? I wasn't even there when that happened. Nowhere in the vicinity. It was a couple of people
You
that
were
was
on.
nowhere in the vicinity. We were on a plane. We were still arriving. So by the time we got there, we had landed on an island, the island of Hilo. And on the island of Hilo, it had a mayor or a governor or whatever you want to call it, that they had their own rules. And it was like illegal to book an Airbnb. So we got arrested because we didn't book an Airbnb. Was good.
Right. Hold
But
on,
yeah, it was
Pice, one
like,
minute. Hold
yeah,
on,
it
Pice.
was a lot of
Miss
bullshit that happened.
Curtis. Hold on a minute. Miss Curtis, you were supposed to refer to the list inside of the WhatsApp chat. Miss TP paid to be in here and you kicked her. Miss Curtis. Yeah, she's definitely on the list. And I can't restart the live over because I'm in the middle of an interview. They're not, well, then if you can't handle it, let me know. Yeah, but what am I going to do about that now? Okay, let's keep it going. I have to keep going. All right. So we're in Hawaii. You were in the air. You were on your way to Hawaii when they got in trouble.
Yeah.
So by the time you got there, you and Velvet and all you guys, you're like, fuck, they're in jail.
Nah.
Right?
It was like,
No?
nah, it was like we landed there, everything was good. We went to our little Airbnbs, whatever. And then the police came. All the laws that were broken.
Wow. And so, well, how was that for you?
By then I
How,
was
how
used
was
to
that
it,
for you?
to be
Like, damn.
honest with you. By then I
So at
was
that
used to
point,
it,
you
you know?
became, damn, going to jail. That's some shit. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, you used to, you like, okay, we got to get this nigga and everybody out of jail again.
Right.
Females in there crying and whining, talking about they ready to go home, you know, because I heard about, different situations. So at that point, were you just ready to just say, fuck it, I'm just going to go ahead and go back to my normal life? Or were you still willing to write it out at that point in time?
I was
Thank you, babe.
still I was still riding. I was still on the knowledge and all that shit. I was still committed to like pushing the message and do the music and all that shit at that point in
Okay.
time. Yeah, that's what it was.
All right. So you guys, now let's fast. I jumped around a little bit. You guys were in Puerto Rico. Eligio left you guys in Puerto Rico. He went to Atlanta. Why? He went back to Puerto Rico to visit you guys, and he left and went back to Atlanta again, but he left you guys there. Why did you guys all have to leave the compound in Puerto Rico and go to Pennsylvania?
Wait. You said why did we go to Pennsylvania?
Yeah, why did you went from Puerto Rico to Pennsylvania?
Well, we went to Puerto Rico to Pennsylvania, not off rip. We did not go there off rip. We was like in different places, like Atlanta. Where else was we at? New York. We was in different places. Like we didn't go straight there. That was just kind of I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know what they. I don't know where
yeah.
y'all got the information from. Y'all be making shit up. That should be hilarious to me.
Y'all didn't make anything up. I'm asking a question because I'm trying to build a timeline. So let me rephrase the question then.
Why don't you just ask me the time? Like, I can give you the from square one all the way to
Okay, so
one.
then give me the timeline. What I'm asking is why did he go to Atlanta and leave you guys at that compound?
What compound in
The
Puerto
one
Rico?
in Puerto Rico. Yes. Why did
We
he only take
all.
the wives?
I guess we only had the bread for that at that moment or whatever. But we were shortly. We were whatever you want to call it, deported or traveled shortly after.
Okay. Right, Tone, but I want to hear it come from his mouth, baby. Okay. So he didn't have money to take everybody with him um to Atlanta, so you guys stayed there, right? Why did you guys have to leave? Why did everybody have to leave from that area, from that house?
From Puerto Rico,
Yes.
we just decided to leave.
The Airbnb, you guys all said, fuck paradise, we're just gonna leave.
We all decided to leave. Yeah. I don't know if
Well,
there's an alternative reason that you know about, but from my
no, no,
understanding,
no, no,
yeah,
no. I'm just
there was no.
asking why would you guys, because I know you guys always said you wanted to stay in the tropics, but then everybody jumped up and left the tropics. And I was like, well, why would they leave the tropics?
We was on a lot of different stuff. You know, he switched up the knowledge a lot, so there was a lot of stuff he talked about, you know, living amongst the the people of like the Indian people and stuff like that, and being in tune with that. But it was like a lot of different, a lot of shit he switched up. But long story short, it wasn't no bad reason we left or nothing like that. Like that was like the least amount of police we've ever had. I think like there,
Mm-hmm.
like no,
Right.
we really did not get bothered or nothing like that there at all. Like really ever. Like maybe once, and it was like on some real simple woo doo woo blah blah blah. Hey, bye type of situation. It's like we really was like we good type shit.
Okay. So what made you guys all go to Gagget's house?
There was a studio out here called Sapphire that we all wanted to make music at and shit with. What's his name? What is his name? Spiritual Soul? Not Spiritual Soul. That's somebody else. What that name is? It's an artist out here. What is his name? Hold up, I gotta remember real quick. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Hey, goddess.
Free Soul. That's his name. Free motherfucking Soul. We was doing music with Free Soul and shit like that. We was trying to link up out here. Lil Uzi was doing a concert. We performed at the A&P house out here.
Oh, really?
It was lit type shit. We came out here. Lil Uzi was and what's his name? What's that nigga name? What is his name? That nigga that Corvette. What's that nigga? I don't know his
So you
name,
guys
but
were doing
Lil Uzi and the
concert.
other nigga, some other dude. But yeah, they was all performing out here. We were just making a lot of musical connections and then like trying to do open houses and stuff like that, networking.
Okay. So you guys were doing concerts and stuff. Okay, so that's productive. Okay, so when you guys were there, who devised the plan of we're just going to leave carbonation and do our own thing? Who devised that plan?
I mean,
Was
that's
that
just
a
gossip
group?
type shit. That's really just all gossip. It was just like motherfuckers
That
really
came
just
out
was
of
on some
Solar's mouth.
type like, huh? What was that?
That came out of
What did you just
Solar's
say?
mouth. Solar said that you guys all came. Can you hear me? Let me make sure you can hear me. Solar said that you guys all, you, Aaron, Musa. Well, maybe you weren't included, but he did say you were included. He said you guys all came up with a plan that you guys were going to leave. But you're saying that's
Mm,
gossip. But
mm. Yeah, that might be gossip
you
because
guys
I
never.
don't recall. I don't recall all of us being there. I recall like it being in the air, like motherfuckers feeling that way, but not like an official. Let's all gather up and sit here and plot and plan to leave, shit like that. Maybe they had one to the side, but if I was there, I don't recall. You gotta fresh me.
A
I
part of
don't
it.
know. That's why I said that might just be gossip, cause like that's just
Okay.
talk. You know what I mean? I don't know.
So who was all at the house in Pennsylvania at Gaggett's house? Who was all there at his house?
I don't really remember. It was a lot of people that came and went for like people that I don't even know.
I
Me,
mean, as
I
far as
was there.
tribe.
What's the name came? He came at one point, so it was like at one
Who?
point it was like a lot of people there because what's the name came at one point.
Who? Who's what's the name?
I'm talking about Aaliyah.
He came to visit or he was there?
Both.
Okay. While he still had the house in Atlanta, right?
I believe so, but I don't really know.
Okay. Okay, I want to stop the
Where that
interview
nigga?
right now. Are you busy? It sounds like you're busy and you're not really focused.
No, I'm focused.
Okay, are we good?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, because you're being a little evasive too with the with the questions, and I'm sure the comments can, you're being a little evasive with the questions because at times that I know definitely I went back and viewed some footage when I knew you guys were there. That's why I'm asking the questions that I'm asking. But you're saying you weren't there.
What are you
So I
talking about?
really want to listen to what I'm saying. The questions that I ask, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Um, the main thing I want to do with you is build a timeline and build a timeline of events of things that happened that took place and the things versus what the public has heard and what you know to be true and what we've seen on camera. So
Uh,
that's what I really want to get down to the bottom of.
well, why don't you lay down the events, and then
Okay.
I can give you
So
a
let's do
timeline.
this. Okay, so the one event that I wanted to discuss was a young woman getting jumped on ISIS. When you guys were in Puerto Rico, she got on the plane. When she got to the airport, she was talking about everybody jumped her. She said everybody jumped her.
Nah, ain't no everybody. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. She
Okay.
just talking shit.
Okay. And then not only did she get jumped, but I can't remember who it was, but didn't somebody else get jumped in Puerto Rico as well?
You talking about me, nigga?
Oh, did you get jumped in Puerto Rico on Eligio's command? I know it was on Eligio's command.
No, it was not. It was not.
So you didn't get,
I told you.
okay, she got
I
jumped
told
on
you.
Eligio's
I,
command.
if they called him and he said that, yeah, I guess so. But I don't know if they called. All I know is what she said and what everybody upstairs
And
said.
you had a
It
fight.
pretty much
You had a
matches
fight
up. But
in Puerto Rico, right?
yeah, I fought. Yeah,
Okay. So you had the fight. You also had a fight in Vegas as well, right?
nah,
Okay. So you never got into a fight in Vegas?
nah. I never like squared up with nobody. Might hit somebody in the chest, some shit like that. But like no shit like where it's like, oh yeah, we straight up fighting or no shit like that. Not in
Okay.
Vegas. Nah, I ain't get to a fight until like an actual fight until like Puerto Rico. I ain't fight nobody. And it
Okay.
wasn't on nobody command either. It was off my own decisions, actions.
Okay. Okay. So this is what I do want to ask. Okay, so the Pennsylvania, you said there was never a concrete plan of you guys all getting
No, I
together and
don't know
leaving.
what the fuck niggas is talking about with that shit right there. I don't know what the fuck niggas came up with a goddamn mirage in their fucking head or like this, they coming from Solar, man. Come on now. I don't know if
Right. Well,
motherfuckers
Solar's
like
not the
met
only
up
one
and
that
had
said it.
a mystery plan or some shit like that. I don't know if motherfuckers had a
No,
goddamn.
Aaron said it too.
Well, they must have had a goddamn mystery plan to goddamn leave that did not include me type shit. It's
Okay, so
real talk. It
okay,
was
so let me ask
18,
this
nigga. That sound like
question.
18. That sound like 18. They had a little 18 meeting. That's what it sound like. That's what that shit sound like. I told y'all I was A and B team. I told y'all.
Right. And you were part of the B team, correct?
Yeah, I'm telling you, motherfuckers, the musicians and shit like that, they was handling other like other shit. But like I'm telling you, bro, nigga,
Yeah.
motherfuckers had a mystery meeting. Everything motherfuckers in the loop. Nope, not today. That shit did not happen in my in my books. They must have had a plan or whatever. Like I said, it was in the air though. Like shit was nigga was definitely knowing niggas was thinking about the shit. Like that shit's peep game type shit. But anyways, they must have had a little
Okay.
team meeting about that shit.
So they must
Yeah.
have had a separate plan. So when you guys got so from my understanding, Solar they were supposed to go to one of his people's house, and the girl was like, "No, all y'all not coming here. I thought it was only you," and she said no. So from that point, you guys, what made you guys go to the house in Atlanta? Because he said you guys had no alternative and nowhere else to go but to go to the house in Atlanta when you left Gaggett's house.
I mean, technically we all had options, but I guess we all decided to stay together.
Right. So at that point in time, the people that wanted to leave could have left.
Anybody could have left at any time.
Wow. What about the women? They could have left at any time too.
I mean, yeah, they could have left at any time, but it's like you just have to be really strong minded because he's gonna try to trick you into not wanting to leave. But that's a whole other story. But anyone was allowed to leave at any point, any given time,
Well,
any given time.
When Tori was trying to leave, I seen on a video where Tron was literally holding her. They took her phone, they took the Sims card out of her phone, and they would not let her leave. So she could have left willingly. Why would they go through those extremes of doing that?
I don't know when was this. You give me a
This
timeline.
was this is when I think this is before just before you came. Um
Before I came.
yeah, I think this is just before you came.
Oh yeah.
But Tori was trying to leave. It's on video. I could pull the video up if you want me to. But she was trying to leave and Tron was holding her.
Well, shit, that's before I came. I don't know.
Okay. So once when exactly did you what country were they in when you came? You said Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then I gotta make sure I talk about the events from that point on. I have to remember when you came. There's so many of you guys. Jesus. Okay, so you said there was no concrete plan to leave. You guys left Gaggett's house and then you guys went to Atlanta. Now, did you feel comfortable in Atlanta when you got there?
You said what?
Did you feel comfortable in Atlanta when you got there?
For the most part, yeah. Like, what you
How
mean,
did you feel?
like, in terms of what? Like, in terms of what?
Let me go
Like,
in.
was it a place to
Let me go in.
stay? Was it like a place to sleep? Shit like that?
No, I mean, did you feel comfortable as far as Eligio and his theatrics? Because it looked like at that point in time, thank you, baby, he was becoming more theatrical. Like when him, the women were all dressed in white, and him and Cyanetta did the interview. And at that point in time, it looked like he was becoming more theatrical. He had the wife come in, the trans wife, and all that. So with him being in that mindset, saying that he was going in and out of the three God and all that, how did you feel about all of that going on?
I was like, this thing gotta be trolling. He can't be serious. Unbelievable. Cannot be serious. He's not serious. I know he's not. That's what I was thinking.
Now, on
Like, he must be
camera
doing this shit.
for trolling. Okay, I get it. So on camera, was there a different Eligio than off camera at that point in time?
No.
He was the same person.
Yeah, pretty much. Towards the end, yeah.
So he would sit there and act like he was going in and out of this phase of being one person versus the next in front of you guys, and he was serious.
I was like, this nigga cannot be serious.
What about
You're
when he was
joking.
crying from a what about when he was crying to my love, love, all there is love? Was he on drugs?
You gotta be fucking joking.
When he was crying in the camera, talking about love, love, all there is love, love. All that
Yo,
crying and shit he was doing was
bro, let
that
me
was
tell you, let me tell you, let me tell you. I'm so serious. I'm thinking this nigga joking, right? This nigga call us one morning. This nigga called us in the middle of the morning one time. Like 6 o'clock, it's a meeting. This nigga started doing that dumb shit. Nigga, I get to laughing out loud, right quiet. I'm laughing my ass off, like dying. Like this nigga cannot be serious, bro. This nigga can't be serious. I started dying. I started dying. I'm trying to tell you, this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, he's acting. There's no way he's serious. This is a joke.
Was it a joke?
That's what I'm saying. Of course, not now. Looking in hindsight, I'm talking about how I was perceiving it in the moment. Like this nigga gotta be joking. He's acting for the
What?
views. Like he sees the shit going up, so he's doing this shit. Like this nigga's controlling the view count, like some shit. And this nigga's trolling, and he trying to troll us, thinking we stupid. Like nigga, we're not dumb. You're trolling. Like you're not actually serious. I was dying the whole time. How long he can keep it up? But I was like, yeah, I guess this nigga is actually, bipolar and schizophrenic, all that shit, like all that dumb ass PTSD ass shit, mental illness ass shit. You know what I mean? You got all of that shit. But it's like,
So he
yeah,
wasn't on drugs during any of that? He was just smoking weed?
you said what? Maybe that triggered it a little bit
Was he
more.
on drugs?
Well,
Maybe you
duh,
can't hear
you
me. I'm
should.
asking.
Why are you asking me that? Yo, I've been
No,
peeping
I'm
you ask
asking,
me a lot
was
of
he on
questions that you
drugs?
already know. You ask a lot of
No.
questions that you already know. I be like, ask me something that
But
you don't
it's,
really know.
listen, it's not me. This is not for me. This is for the audience. This isn't for me.
But even then, no, don't take the audience's dumb
They don't
questions like
know. They don't
obvious.
know if he was on drugs. And if he was on drugs, what drugs was he on?
The ones that he showed, you know what I'm saying? Like weed, they ain't weed and alcohol. If you consider that a drug, I guess.
Marijuana is from the earth. I don't consider it a drug.
You said what?
Marijuana is from the earth. I don't consider it a drug.
That was it. That's it. Alcohol, weed. That's it.
Okay. So he wasn't taking anybody else's medication.
No.
Okay. Yeah, because a lot of people were told that he was taking in medication when people would come into the camp and they had different medication, mental medication, psychotropics, whatever. He was actually,
Man, where you hear this from?
hold on a minute. Can you hear me? Members of your camp, they said when the medication was being checked in, one person in particular said when the medication was being checked in, he had all the medication and he was taking it. Not all of it, but he was taking some of it. So, like, if I were to go there and I had my Ativan with me and, maybe another psychotropic, if he wanted to take it, he would take it. So that's why I'm asking you, was he on drugs? And if so, which drugs was he on? But you're saying it was only marijuana and alcohol. But I've never known marijuana and alcohol make you act like that.
He could have been on a lot more shit. Now that I think about it, you know what I mean? A lot of this shit was concealed. The information that you may have known, but me being there, it was happening right under my nose. So it's like, I don't know. That sounds like something that if you think about it, he could have like took a lot. He could have ran a lot of people's pockets. There's a lot more than medicine. He could have took. Could have took a lot of different shit. People's
Yeah.
belongings, type of shit, clothing, goddamn,
Mm-hmm.
electronics, all type of shit. He could finesse. Like you know what I mean. You could talk about drones. You talk about all different type of things. He could have took other than just drugs. Like, think about it. So he could have been thieving everybody and taking everybody drugs. Think about it.
Okay. I apologize for that. That's true. I agree with you on that. Okay, so now as he's getting more crazier as the days go on, you're seeing his psychosis come out. Um, is this when you start getting to the point, or what point? When did you start getting to the point where it was like, I got to go?
When he went to jail,
I can't. The day he went to jail, is that when it was?
like around that time, around that era.
Just before he
Second,
went to jail.
mm-hmm.
So, what was your breaking point?
I don't know if there was a specific one. It was just over the years.
A build up.
There was, yeah,
What sign are you, if you don't mind me asking? I never asked you that.
Pisces.
Hence Pisces.
Yeah,
Okay, I get it. I get it. But I'm saying that because now I get your mood and everything. My daughter is a Pisces, by the way, my youngest daughter. So, did you ever develop any habits while being there as far as, marijuana or alcohol?
not really. I was very disciplined, still am. I just kind of developed working inside of a studio. I developed that habit working on my craft.
Mm, okay. Let's get into a few other things. Have you ever witnessed him getting angry where he threw away somebody's meal and wouldn't allow them to eat?
It was really always the opposite because he was always worried about everybody else thinking he was doing that. So I don't think that's in his idea of like success. That's a good chess move to not feed you because you could easily turn around and blame that on him and have proof. He just always overfed us. But like I said in the other video, the reason people looked at what they looked at is because they was going through mental stress.
Mm. Okay, so when Zoka was pregnant, have you ever witnessed her food being thrown away?
Hell no, they got extra specific snacks, meals, drinks, and everything else if you were pregnant. Or just a woman. In
Hmm.
general, you would get all that type of shit. So I don't know what the fuck that is. I've never, ever seen that. That's a made up story.
Okay, that was a made up story. So, but he was giving her alcohol.
Now, from what I Solar said to me, what I heard about what you said earlier, yeah,
Hmm.
I've never seen this actually
But
happen.
you never witnessed it.
When, yeah, not with my own eyes, no. But I do not doubt it at
So,
all.
hmm
Yeah, I do not doubt it at all, and I think that it did happen. If that matters at
hmm
all, but yeah, I think that all those things did go down the way they said they went down. And from what you heard, just putting two together, this type of character, I think that that shit definitely went down. Yeah, I just shit fucked up. For
okay, so a lot of questions that I'm asking you, you're saying that you've never.
Yeah, because I'm trying to beat it through your head that it was an A team and a fucking B team.
I
Sorry, my
get it
language.
now, and I get the B
I'm trying
team.
to beat this
No,
shit
I
through your
get it.
heads. Like a lot of people did not know what the fuck was going on. Like slowly but
Yeah,
surely, I hope y'all get that shit. Like a lot of shit was revealed afterwards because of how manipulative he was. The niggas there didn't even know what the fuck was going on. Duh. I keep trying to tell y'all.
so,
Not to you,
so if
but
you
the questions that they're
right,
asking, I'm trying to beat it through their heads. Like, nigga, yeah, there's somebody there that say, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I just still don't fucking know. Nigga, I'm finding out with you. You heard?
damn, that's deep right there. That's real deep. So that leads me to believe. So if you seen him slap the shit out of Malia or um do something to one of the women, you just would have happened to have been there at that particular moment. But that wasn't something, an everyday occurrence that you seen.
Absolutely not. Hell no. If I seen that every goddamn day, that would be fucking ridiculous for me to stay. I left. I got the fuck up out of there if I seen shit like that. I'd be dumb. But it was so like how I ever seen it happen. Like it's like it would be like I seen a video of Velvet throwing a plate at this nigga,
Hmm.
picked it up, and I didn't see what happened before, but I'm pretty sure he hit her before that situation. So it's like the mug or whatever was thrown at this nigga was like retaliation, but like or like the time where he snatched the baby or some shit like happened. I was on a walkie, I was called, so like I seen the aftermath of the situation. Like y'all don't be understanding. Like this, like niggas don't be
Right. So you
around.
were came in a lot of times after shit
Yeah,
was
y'all
taking
be
place.
thinking.
Like,
Trying to tell
God
you,
damn, now I
real
gotta
shit.
clean this shit up.
I'm trying to tell
Right.
you. I'm trying to tell you.
I get it now. I definitely get it. So, at any instance while you were there, have you ever witnessed a beating? Him slapping the shit out of one of the women? Um, not
He
have you
always was telling
heard,
the
but have
niggas to
you
slap
seen?
her. They was like, they'd be like, slap the shit out them. They'll be like, yeah, and they'll just slap the shit out of them. They'll be like, yeah, slap her, slap that bitch, and then whoever he's talking to will slap whoever he's trying to get slapped or like, and they'll just smack the shit out of them like off the command. That shit's so fucking bogus, bro. That shit's so fucking bogus. I'm so sorry, like that,
Damn.
cause that shit is so crazy. It's unbelievable, bro.
Right. Thinking about
Cause
it now and looking
I'm like
back,
this nigga. I'm like, dog. Oh my god, bro.
like, did he really just do that? Right.
Yeah, unbelievable, bro.
Okay. So let's talk about the days leading up to his arrest.
All right.
Okay, the days leading up to his arrest, Solar went to hey Cookie Chronic babe, I gotta this is a private interview, baby. Solar went to uh Vegas to go find you guys a place, supposedly. Um had you ever heard, because you said you didn't witness, have you ever heard about any of the women, him sending any of the women to LA to go do pornos or prostitute or anything and then come back?
Never. That sounds ridiculous, but it does not sound outside of his character. I've never heard that,
Okay.
but
Do you
it
know
sounds like something he would do.
do you know of any of the men prostituting?
Nah,
Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you another question and you might think it's funny. I don't know. Do you know about Solar's nudes that Fifi had?
who the hell is Fifi? Who's that?
Fifi is the lady that Eligio was dealing with, the crazy lady with the glasses. I think you guys called her Felicia, but her name also was Fifi.
Crazy lady with the glass.
Mm-hmm. Fifi. Shall I pull a
Oh,
video up of her?
Beagle, Fifi on Beagle. Yeah, I know
Yes,
what you're talking about.
Fee, yes.
Got you. What about that? That's what about that? That's their
I
business.
said, do you, okay,
Nah,
so
I
do
don't.
you know
No,
of
no.
Solar prostituting or selling pictures, or have any of the other men prostituted and sold pictures of themselves to anybody?
Damn, hell no.
Sonic Quest, you're not supposed to be in here, love. Miss Lulu, I love you to death, baby, but you gotta go. Admins, you guys aren't kicking? You said no?
Yeah, I
So you
said
don't
no.
know if any of the men?
Mm. Hell
So you
no.
don't know. Okay, so you don't know if any of the men. Well, I just kicked people. Lulu got kicked out,
Thank you.
and so did somebody else. Okay, so you don't know if any of the other men. So I got naked pictures
How you
of.
got naked pictures?
Listen, I got them from a person that Solar sent them to. He sold her the pictures, and she sent them to me for
Oh
money
my goodness. Jesus
while
Christ.
being in carbonation. That's why I asked, was anybody else doing that shit?
God damn, you got pictures of people. God
Right? They send them. They send me everything. They send me
Jesus
videos,
Christ.
pictures, all kind of shit. I get everything.
Damn, Jesus. Anyways,
Yeah. So he was the only one selling his naked pictures. Okay, I get it. Okay, so up to the days leading up to when you guys were leaving, um, the Musa and Solar both told me that, they had decided to leave. Were you guys all supposed to leave together or separately and go to
who,
Mexico?
who,
When just
who's you
before
guys?
Eligio got you, Solar, and Musa.
Mm-hmm. We were supposed to go to Mexico, is what you're asking? Are we planning to go
No,
to
I
Mexico
said,
together?
let me clear the question if you heard me clear or not. Let me make sure you heard me. the days leading up to before Eligio got arrested, were all three of you guys supposed to leave together or separately?
Oh, together.
And what happened to where, I'm sorry, Ara Marie, this is a private interview, baby. What happened to where you guys left separately? What made you guys leave separately?
What make you think we left separately?
Solar said you guys did. Solar said Pice went out the door and I wish I would have went with him.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. But when you guys got to Mexico and I called Shaka, Shaka told me who was staying with Mente and who was staying with him.
I wasn't with none of them.
Say that one more time.
I wasn't with none of them in Mexico. I didn't go to Mexico.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. When did you guys make the decision to leave separately?
Oh, like once we left there, I left separately from them. But we departed together. But once we departed together, I left them separately. Like, and they did. I never went.
Okay, I got another question. When you guys departed from there, who picked you guys up?
What you mean? Departed from
Who picked who
carbonation.
picked you guys up when you left out the door from the house
We
in
Uber.
Atlanta?
We
Who picked
Uber.
you guys up?
Uber.
You Ubered?
Yes, Uber.
Okay, where did you guys Uber to?
Hotel.
I didn't hear you.
I said hotel.
Okay, so Janae in no point in time picked you guys up?
No, I personally Ubered, and I had to come with the money to Uber
Oh, you
personally.
Ubered by yourself.
No, I didn't. I Ubered there to the hotel with what's the name and what's the name, all three of us. Boom, we get to the
Uh-huh.
hotel, we beg, leave, Uber. You know what I'm saying? Uber. We even Ubered. We uh we ended up linking with Janae. We had to Uber there. Never got picked up by her. It's not like she was mobile or nothing like that. We Ubered there.
Okay. And then Ubered with her because she don't have a car, basically.
She was already there
Gotcha.
when I arrived.
Because oh, when you arrived, okay. Because the way it was described as if she picked Solar up. So
And
when
you
she
and you and
described,
you hearing this from who?
well,
Solar, right?
she did a video. No, no, Janae did a video saying that she's the one that picked him up because he didn't have shit.
I mean, she might have picked him up personally. But when I came from the what's the name? I was at the where was I at? I was at the
Mm, 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 mm.
airport. I was at the airport. Yeah, like shit, don't be going down the way people be saying that shit go down. For me, I had a completely different experience. I left, went to a hotel, so Uber left in, went to a hotel, Uber somewhere else, went to a park. Then I had to go to the airport. Then from the airport, I had to go to the little lounge shit. And then I left. So it was like a whole process. Like I was not,
Right,
you know what I mean? Like for them, they might have did this or whatever and all that extra shit. But I was not.
right. Their experience was different. Okay. So you said she was there when you guys got to the hotel.
The it was like this little like sauna shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was a sauna shit, but yeah, she was there
And
already.
okay, she was there. That means somebody had to call her and tell her that they were coming, which I'm sure wasn't you.
You know what I mean?
Right. So she was there when you guys got there. Was had you talked to her? Had you had a conversation with her at all?
Nope.
Okay, so only Musa and Solar had the conversation with her?
Yep.
Okay. And then so at that point, at some point in time after that, you guys end up separating because they went to Mexico, right? And you went
Yep.
about your business. Got you.
Yep.
Do you think that do you believe that that Janae and Solar had a plan the whole time
To do what?
to leave together?
Oh, like when it was there, probably so, probably so. I wouldn't doubt it. Sounds like something.
Yeah, because for them to meet up at a hotel, I don't know. I didn't, you know what I mean? But for them to meet up at a hotel, I don't know. It
That's
just